cross-legged sit, or maybe you want to have your legs straight out in front of you, or even if you wish to sit onto your knees, any of those are fine. And then let's take a deep breath in and take your environment in, take the space in around you. So our practice today is going to be focusing on spaciousness, space within and outside, and how we can become really aware of that through breathing, through movement. So maybe take your hands onto your knees, take a deep breath in, lengthen through the spine, and then dropping the shoulders down. Start to soften your gaze and feel into the space that you have created to take this session, to experience this session. If you wish to close your eyes, you can do so. And again, start to notice the space around you. So this could be the temperature of the room on your skin, maybe the noise, maybe the silence. Notice the floor that you're sitting on. Is it hard, squishy, cold, warm? How does the space around you feel? And then take a deep breath in through the nose. And as you breathe out, where do you breathe in your body? Where inside of you are you breathing into? Your belly, your chest, your back. Again, with your next breath in, notice the depth of your breath. Can you feel it touching the space in your throat, the back of your throat? Let's take another deep breath in through the nose. And then notice the space between the inhale and the exhale. So this little gap before you breathe out. Becoming aware of that space between the inhale and the exhale. That's a little space that allows us to take the next breath. And then take your hands out to the side, let them rest on the mat. And then turn the palms facing up, breathing in, reaching up, maybe opening your eyes. Let your palms face each other, looking up into the ceiling, into the space above you. And then breathing out, slowly taking the hands down. Becoming aware of the air going through between your fingers. And again, breathing in, reaching up. And breathing out, taking your hands down. So we'll move a little bit slower today to really become aware. One more time, breathing in, reaching up, to become aware of this space within us, around us, and breathing out. Beautiful. And with your next breath in, make your way into tabletop position and become aware of how you move into your tabletop position. I'm going to take my fluffy socks off. And then start to breathing in, drop the belly. Feel the space that you're creating in your belly, but also where is space in your spine. Breathing in and then breathing out, rounding through the spine, and again becoming aware of the space that you create differently, drawing the navel into your spine, pushing the mat away. Breathing in, dropping the belly, opening the heart, opening the chest. And breathing out, pushing the mat away. One more time, breathing in, drop the belly, look up. And breathing out, pushing the mat away. Creating space in your spine between the vertebrae. And then come back into a neutral spine. Breathing in, lifting your right arm up, stretching forwards, really stretching the fingers, feeling into the space in front of you. And then breathing in, reaching your left leg up behind you. You can keep it pointed or flexed. Most important, you keep it active and engaged. Breathing in, and then breathing out, draw your elbow and your knee together underneath your body. Breathing in, lengthen, taking up space. Breathing out, draw your knee and your elbow together. One more, breathing in, lengthen. And breathing out, knee and elbow touch. Breathe in, lengthen, come back here. And then bending your left leg and then taking your right arm behind you. And imagine you touch your leg, so your foot. Maybe you can touch it. Maybe you cannot. And then breathing in, lifting up a little bit more, and then feeling how this feels in your spine, your shoulders, how you're opening up the right shoulder. So if you're not touching it, see if you can open up, rolling the shoulder up and opening up. And breathing out, release your left leg, your hand, bring it back forward, stretching out. And then bring your right hand down, left foot leg down, moving your hips from side to side. And then breathing in, sitting back onto your heels, coming forwards. And breathing out, coming back down onto your heels. Breathing in, coming forwards. Breathing out, coming down. And back down. Stay here for a moment. Take your knees as wide as the yoga mat. Bring your forehead down to the ground. Child's pose. Take a deep breath in, really filling the space in your lungs with air. Expanding the rib cage. And then opening your mouth and let it go. Your next breath in, slowly push yourself back up into tabletop position, and we take it over to the other side. Breathing in, lifting your left arm up, stretching your fingers. Taking a moment here. And then with your next breath in, lengthen your right leg out behind you. Breathe in, lengthen. And breathe out, elbow and knee touch underneath your body. Breathe in, lengthen. And breathe out, knee and elbow touch underneath the body. One more time, breathe in, lengthen. Hold it here. And feel into the length from the big toe all the way to the middle finger. Then bend your right leg and see if you can get hold of your foot, or maybe there and thereabouts. If you have your foot, see if you can lift your right leg a little more up. Breathe in and breathe out. Opening the left shoulder, creating space on the left side of your body. One more breath in and out. Slowly release your right leg. Left arm comes forward, stretching. And then slowly come back down. And we do 3 more movements. Any movement that you would like to do, maybe side to side, maybe circles, maybe forwards and backwards. Taking any movement that feels good for you, feels good for your body. And become aware how you are moving in this space on your little mat, whether it's forwards or backwards. And then we meet in downward facing dog, tucking the toes under, sitting back onto your heels, and then pushing your hips up to the ceiling. Walk your dog out, push the mat away with both hands. Maybe moving left, moving right. Feeling into the hips, how they feel today. Is there any tension in your hamstrings? And then bend your legs, push the mat away so that you get a really flat spine from the tailbone to the ground. So in downward facing dog, sometimes some people are more like a high plank. If you feel like you're more in a high plank, see if you can bend your legs and push the hips backwards towards the back of the room or the heels. And then let your head hang heavy. Maybe a little no, maybe a little yes, moving left to right. Relaxing the muscles in your neck. Take a deep breath in and out. And then slowly with your next breath in, walk forwards to the top of your mat. Take your time, be really mindful how you get there. And then take your feet hip width distance apart, grab hold of the elbows and gently rock from left to right, like a pendulum, ragdoll. Feel into your feet as they feel grounded. And then come to stillness, bend your legs a little bit more. And then press through all 4 corners of the feet, pushing up into mountain pose. Draw the shoulders up the ears, down the spine, opening your chest. Really beautiful. Take a deep breath in, reach your hands up to the ceiling. And then take your hands into your heart space, Anjali Mudra. Close your eyes for a moment. And then take a moment here to set yourself an intention. Think about what it is that brought you onto the mat today, perhaps. Let's take one more big breath in and out. Take the hands out to the side, reaching up to the ceiling, slight back bend, and then breathing out, forward fold. Take your hands to your shins, halfway lift, flat back from the tailbone to the ground. And breathing out, forward fold. Step your right foot back, step your left foot back, come onto your knees for a high plank or supported high plank this time. Breathing in and breathing out, lowering all the way down to the ground. Come onto the top of your feet. And then take your hands outside the yoga mat. Breathing in, coming up. And breathing out, coming down. Breathing in, coming up. And breathing out, coming down. One last one. Breathing in and out, slowly breathing out, coming down. Your next breath in, take your hands to the side, zip your legs up, and then lift your legs up and your heart up as well a little bit. And draw everything into the back line. Breathing in and breathing out, lowering slowly down. Take your hands next to your chest. Push yourself up into upward facing dog or cobra. And then into downward facing dog. Again, be mindful how you get there. And then taking any movement that you wish to take, left to right, moving your hips. Maybe your hips feel already a little bit softer and warmer. And then we anchor our left foot, breathing in, reaching your right leg up to the ceiling. Press the mat away. And then bend your right leg and open your hips up over to the right side. Imagine you're pressing into a wall behind you. And then maybe start circling with your right leg in one direction. And then the other direction. Make sure you are still pressing the mat away with both hands evenly. Come back to center, square the hips, straighten your right leg. And breathing out, knee to nose. Rounding through the spine. Breathing in, coming up. Breathing out, knee to nose. One more time, breathing in, coming up. Breathing out, knee to nose. And then take your right leg and set it to the edge of the mat on the right side. Lower your left knee down. So this time we're not going between our hands, we're going to the outer edge of our mat. So both hands are to the left of your right foot. Then feel into your right leg, your right hip, your right thigh. Breathing into any area, any space where you might feel tension. And then press your right hand into the mat. Lift your your left hand into the mat. Your right arm up to the ceiling, opening up. And then start to circle your right arm. See how much space you can take up by circling your right arm. And come back to center, back up to the ceiling, look up. And then take your right hand back down. Tuck your left toes under, lift your left leg up. And step back into your high plank. Lower your knees if you need to, listen to your body. Breathe in, shift your weight forwards, breathing out, low plank. Breathing in, upward facing dog or cobra. Breathing out, downward facing dog or tabletop. Moving left to right once more. And then anchoring your right foot, breathing in, lift your left leg up. Press the mat away with both hands evenly, let your head hang heavy. Bend your left leg and then open your hips up over to the left side. Maybe circles on this side, one side, and the other. Keep breathing. Come back to center, square the hips, straighten your left leg out. And then breathing out, knee to nose. Breathing in, three-legged dog. Breathing out, knee to nose. One more time, breathe in, three-legged dog. And breathe out, knee to nose. And then step your left foot to the outer edge of the left side of your mat. Lower your right knee down, come onto the top of your foot. Take a moment here, feel into the space on the left side. Maybe this feels different. Maybe you're stiffer. Maybe you feel softer here. And then pressing your right hand into the mat, lift your left arm up to the ceiling, look up. Take a deep breath in through the nose and out through the nose. You either stay here or join me for a couple of rounds with our left arm circulating. Really beautiful, Tim and everyone. Changing direction maybe. Taking up the space around you. And then come back to center, left arms up to the ceiling. Then bring it down, breathing out to the right side of your left leg. Tuck your right toes under, straighten up your right leg, come back up. And then from here again, bring your left leg to join the right, come into high plank. Pull the bit of your belly up and in, breathing in, shifting your weight forwards, breathing out, low plank. Breathing in, upward facing dog or cobra. Breathing out, downward facing dog or tabletop or child's pose. We take 5 deep breaths here, in through the nose, out through the mouth, let everything go. Come back to the quality of your breath. Are you breathing into the chest space, your belly, the back? Is your inhale longer than your exhale? Can you equalize it? Are you breathing heavy or smoothly? Take one more breath in and out. And make your way to the top of the mat, step, jump. Any way that you want to get to the top of the mat, take your hands to your shins, halfway lift, flat back. Roll the shoulders back, down the spine, creating space between the shoulders and the ears. Breathing in, lengthening. Breathing out, forward fold. Breathing in, pushing through all 4 corners of the feet and come up into extended mountain pose. Hands reach up to the ceiling. Breathing out, hands come down to the side. Beautiful. Breathing in, reaching up, come into Utkatasana, chair pose. So bending your legs slightly, imagining you are sitting on an imaginary chair. Breathing in, pull the bit of your belly up and in as the tailbone descends. And then open your arms up into cactus, 90 degrees. Keep your palms facing each other. For your next breath in, reach your hands up and come onto your tippy toes. Breathing out, coming down, cactus arms. Breathing in, coming up, tippy toes. Breathing out, coming down, cactus arms. 2 more. Breathing in, coming up onto your tippy toes. Breathing out, cactus arms, opening your chest. 1 more. Breathing in, come onto your tippy toes. And breathing out, opening your heart. And breathe out all the way, forward fold. Breathe in, halfway lift, hands to shins, flat back. Breathing out, forward fold. Step, hop, jump back into your high plank. And then push into downward facing dog. Anchor your left foot, breathe in, reach your right leg up for 3-legged dog. Breathe out, bend your right leg, and then kiss your triceps on the right side. Breathing in, 3-legged dog. Breathing out, kiss your triceps on the right side. Breathing in, 3-legged dog. And your knee kisses the triceps on the right side. Hold it here for a moment. Keep breathing. And then push back into three-legged dog. And then bring the knee underneath you and come to the outer edge of your foot, crossing underneath your body, fallen triangle. Press your right hand into the mat. Left arm goes up to the ceiling. Beautiful, Sean and everyone. Really good work. Breathing in. And breathing out. Take your left hand back down. Push back into three-legged dog. And we flow either chaturanga or straight in downward facing dog. Wherever you are is where you need to be. Listen to your body. Give it time to move. Space to recover. Anchor your right foot, breathing in, three-legged dog, left side. Breathe in, lengthen. Breathe out, bend your left leg. Knee kisses the left triceps. Breathing in, three-legged dog. Breathing out, knee kisses the left triceps. Breathing in, three-legged dog. And knee kisses the left triceps. Hold it here for a moment. And then push back into your three-legged dog. Straighten, lengthening. And then bring your knee underneath your body, cross it underneath, come to the outer edge of your left foot, fallen triangle on the left side. Push your hand into the mat, right arm goes up to the ceiling. Keep breathing. Keep pushing into your left hand. And out, take your right hand down, push back into three-legged dog. And chaturanga, maybe three-legged chaturanga, maybe not. We meet in downward facing dog. Take 5 breaths here, in through the nose, out through the mouth. And again, come back to the breath, come back to the space you're breathing into. Take another deep breath in and out, let everything go. And then walk your hands towards your feet. Take your feet as wide as the yoga mat. Stay for a moment in this forward fold. And then grab hold of the big toes with your index finger, your middle finger and your thumb. We call this the yogi grip. And then as you breathe in, lengthen, straighten the arms, straighten the legs and come into a flat back position. Pull the bit of your belly up and in. Breathing in deeply and breathing out, bend your elbows, bend your legs, fold down. Breathing in, straighten your arms, straighten your legs, flat back. Breathing out, forward fold. One last one. Breathing in, straighten your arms, straighten your back. And breathing out, forward fold. Release the fingers from your toes. And then come into a squat like Malasana, a yogi squat. Bring your hips down to the ground, your elbows pressing into the knees. Create this space between your legs. And then see if you can lengthen through the spine. Press the palms of the hands together. Maybe closing your eyes, taking a moment to feel into your body. Your heels might come down to the ground, they might not. Come back to your intention you have set in the beginning. And then take your hands down to the ground and slowly push yourself back up into star pose. So like mountain, but your legs stay, hip stay as wide as the yoga mat. Breathing in, take your hands out to the side, star fish or star pose. Taking up space, breathing in fully into your lungs. Can you stretch a little further? Can you lengthen through the spine even more? And breathing out, slowly bring your hands down to the side. Walk your heel or heels and toe into center. Come back into the center of your mat. Breathing in, reaching up to the ceiling. And breathing out, forward fold. Take your hands all the way to the ground and then walk your hands forwards. So we are back into downward facing dog. Beautiful. Now feel into this downward facing dog. Sometimes halfway through the practice, downward facing dog can feel like a resting pose, a space that we long for, a space that we find refuge in, to connect with ourselves, to give ourselves permission to be still, to be silent. And then anchor your left foot, breathing in, reach your left leg up for three-legged dog. And breathe out, step it through between your hands. Check in with your ankle and your knee are stacked above each other. And then push through your front leg, breathing in, reaching up. High lunge. Breathing out, open up into cactus, opening your chest, opening your heart. Breathe in, reach up, and breathe out, cactus. See if you can draw the shoulder blades even more together. Tuck your chin slightly in so you remain lengthened in your spine. Breathing in, reaching up, and breathing out, cactus. For your next breath in, come into arrow, pushing away from your right leg. So you are in one line from your heel all the way to your fingertips. And then from here, come into warrior free, aeroplane. And if you wish, you can take your hands down to the mat for half splits. And then either stay here or take your left hand into the ground, pushing into the mat. Open your hip up over to the right for half moon. Right arm comes up all the way to the ceiling. Keep breathing. Engage your right foot. So different poses taking up different spacious areas on our mat. One more breath in and out. Bring your right hand down. And then let your right leg come back down to the ground into a 45-degree angle. And we meet in warrior one. Breathe in, reach up. And breathe out, open up into warrior two. Flip reverse your left hand over your head. Stretch the left side of your body. Feel the space, feel expansion. And breathe out, cartwheel your hands down to the ground. Step your left foot back and we flow chaturanga. Or straight into downward facing dog. Beautiful. Anchor your left foot, breathe in, reach your right leg up. And breathe out, step it through between your hands. Check in with your ankle and your knee are stacked above each other. Push through your right leg, reaching up, high lunge. Take a moment to check in with your hips. Is one hip drawing backwards? Can you square the hips so that the left hip comes further forwards? Breathe in, lengthen. Breathe out, cactus. Open your arms. Breathing in, lengthen. Breathing out, cactus. Breathe in, lengthen. And breathe out, cactus. Drawing the shoulder blades together, opening our heart. Breathe in, reach back up. And then tilt a little bit from the hips, come into arrow on the left side. So again, we want this beautiful line from the left heel all the way to the fingertips. And either stay here or push into your right leg and lift your left leg up for aeroplane. Maybe take your hands to the side this time or interlace them behind you. Keep your focus, your drishti, on one point on the ground. Keep pressing through the standing leg. And with your next breath out, take your hands down to the ground, half splits. And maybe you would like to stay here or take your right hand into the mat or into the ground. Open your hips up over to the left side and your left arm goes up to the ceiling. Beautiful. Keep pressing through the standing leg. One more breath in and out. Bring your left hand back down to the ground. And then let your left leg come back onto the mat behind you in a 45-degree angle. Push through your front leg, warrior one. And breathing out, open up into warrior two. Right arm goes forwards, left arm goes backwards. Breathe out, sink a little deeper. Feel into the space you take up with warrior two. This is the longest stance, the longest pose we have in yoga. Breathe in, flip, reverse your right hand, draw it over your head. Peaceful warrior. Feel into the expansion of your body on the right side. And breathing out, cartwheeling your hands down to the ground. And we flow. Breathe in, shift your weight forwards. Breathe out, low plank. Breathe in, upward facing dog or cobra. Breathe out, downward facing dog. Push the mat away. Walk your dog out. Take 3 breaths here, in through the nose and out through the mouth. Let everything go. As you do so, notice the quality of your breath. Are you breathing deeper? Are you breathing more evenly? And then with your next breath in, push your way into your high plank and then slowly lowering all the way down to the ground. Really gently, mindfully. And then take the hands, make a little pillow for your forehead. So adjust my mat a little bit here. Take a moment here to rest. Come onto the top of the feet, the big toes touch, heels fall out. And then feel into that connection between the mat and the front of your body. This little space that we come back to again and again and again to connect with ourselves, to create space within and outside. And then take your hands to the side. We're going to repeat it twice, so if you want to do one side and then the other, that's absolutely fine. Or you can bend both legs bring the heels towards your glutes. And then to grab hold of your feet. So like I said, you can do one side and then the other. We will repeat it twice. And then let's take a deep breath in and out together. And with our next breath in, we lift up for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it here. And slowly breathing out, lowering down for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release your legs, but keep them bent. Take your hands in front of you, make a little pillow, and then windshield wiper your legs from left to right. And come back to center. And if you have done one side, now please do the other. If you have done both legs, grab hold of both feet again. And we take another deep breath in and out together. And then with our next breath in, come up for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it here. And slowly release, breathing out for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release the legs, windshield wiper them again from left to right. And then take your left leg down to the ground, take your hands out into a T shape. Keep your right leg bent, come to the outside of your left cheek. And then breathe in, lift your right leg, and then let it fall over to the left. So it's a reverse or supine twist. And your right leg might come down all the way to the ground, it might not. And then notice where you feel this pose taking effect. Where does it create space through lengthening, stretching? Space for the energy to flow through freely. Take one more breath in and out. Slowly come back to center. Again, be really mindful how you get back onto the mat. Stretch your right leg out. Change over to your right cheek. Breathe in, lift your left leg. And then let it fall over to the right side. And maybe this side is a little different. Maybe here you do feel more of a stretch. Maybe you have your foot on the floor. Maybe not. Take another deep breath in and out. Slowly come back to center. Release your left leg down to the ground. And take a moment here to feel into your spine in a neutral position. And then when you're ready, take your hands next to your chest. Breathe in, push yourself back up into an upward facing dog. Again, opening your heart, opening your chest, drawing the shoulders away from your ears. And then slowly come into tabletop position, a neutral spine. So you might feel like you want to come into child's pose now as well. You can do so. But let's just take a moment here in our tabletop position. And then if you're in child's pose, come back and meet us in tabletop position. Press your left hand into the mat, breathing in, reaching your right hand up to the ceiling. Opening up again your shoulder And then breathing out, thread the needle right arm underneath left. Come to the outside of your right shoulder and onto your right cheek. Your left hand can maybe be stretched out, or perhaps you would like to put it behind you for a bind. Some days I enjoy a bind, some days I like to stretch it out. And again, feel into your body. Where do you feel a release? Where do you feel maybe a stretch? In your shoulder, your back. And then with your next breath in, take your left hand back in front of you. Push yourself back up, put your right arm up to the ceiling. And come back down into tabletop. And we will take it over to the other side. Press your right hand into the mat, breathing in, reaching your left arm up to the ceiling. And we thread the needle on this side, coming to your left cheek. Perhaps here you would like to stretch your arm out, or again, you might want to put it onto your back for a half bind. Keep breathing in through the nose, out through the mouth, at your own time, in your own rhythm. Take another deep breath in and out. Your next breath in, take your right hand back next to your head. Push yourself back up, reach your left arm up to the ceiling, opening up to the left side. And then come back into tabletop and into child's pose. Sit back onto your heels. You can either take a wide-legged child's pose, so knees as wide as the yoga mat, or perhaps you want to roll up like a little ball, bringing your forehead down to the ground, hands beside your legs. And then start to feel this connection between the forehead and the mat. And when you're ready, push yourself back up onto your knees. I will turn around so I can face you. And I would like to invite you to join me for a couple of breathing exercises so that we can really feel into that body, our space, and see how we can use the breath to create different spaces within us as well. So if you're comfortable on your knees or cross-legged, either is fine. Take a deep breath in through the nose and out through the mouth. And then we will start to breathe in through the nose for the count of 4 and out for the count of 4. In for 5, out for 5, in for 6, out for 6, in for 7, out for 7. And then we reverse that, okay? So take a deep breath in and out. And let's breathe in for 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it here. Breathing out for 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it here. Breathe in for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it here. Breathing out for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it here. Breathe in for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it here. Breathe out for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it here. Breathe in for 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it here. Breathe out for 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it here. Breathe in for 6. Hold it here. Breathe out for 6. Hold it here. Breathe in for 5. Hold it here. Breathe out for 5. Hold it here. Breathe in for 4. Hold it here. Breathe out for 4. Hold it here. And return to your normal rhythm of breath. Feeling into your body, any sensations that you might experience. Any spaces that this breathing technique might have opened up or entered. Allowing the silence and the stillness to be present. And maybe there are any thoughts or emotions that go by. Notice the gap between any thoughts or emotions. Like the gaps, the spaces between inhale and exhale. Let's take another deep breath in. And out. Let's take our hands to the side, reaching up to the ceiling as we did in the beginning. And taking your hands down to the side, breathing out. Breathing in, reaching up. And breathing out, taking your hands down. One last time. Breathing in, reaching up. Honoring the space. And breathing out, taking your hands down. Take your hands to your heart center. Kind words, kind actions, and kind thoughts. I send you love and light for this wonderful festive period ahead of us. And together we bow. Namaste. Thank you so much for joining.